Hey, so welcome back. So kiss you. Mwah. And if it's your first time watching, I am your beautiful host, Jamie Leroyce. Yes. And I'm coming in with a spicy, juicy topic that we must cover. And also I want to get my take. So I'm gonna be honest, this is not more more of a teaching video. This is more of a reason video, meaning like I guess reason with the opportunity to like probably take positive, like I guess notes from the message. I would say it like that. But nonetheless, like I said, I was debating on I was supposed to do some other stuff, so we'll get back to that regular programming. But it's gloomy here today where I am, and it's very like rain like, so my emotions are all over the place, so I really didn't feel like really doing like a teaching style type. I really was like on the move, so this is a move like video, like we'll say about that. So first off, I want to say, if it's your first time watching, I am a former trucker and also a former nail artist, so I still do nails, but at the moment I'm not open, my books are not open. And that's only because I wanted to add some more kind of credentials under my belt, and I want to do this master pedicure certification. So it's, I want to say, a weekend. It's like a 4 or 5 day type of thing. So I've been planning for that. So that's why I've been putting on hold for taking clients. But nonetheless, I wanted to talk about, like I said, with me having like a certain type of mood today and just like how the weather is. I did want to very much talk about the incident that had occurred. I want to say today is, let me get the days right. Today, I want to say, is Wednesday. And I want to say this incident occurred at the top of the week. So I think Monday. Now, the topic and or the incident was Fort Worth's rapper G Money, Lil Ronnie, him and the 5 year and his 5 year old daughter, was killed in an incident at a Texas car wash. So that was, the headline and what had went down and everything like that. So I wanted to come in and give like just my take, and also just I want to say like a takeaway slash my closeout, because since I was feeling a little hood, I'm gonna be real. All real, since I was feeling a little hood today with the Capri Sun, baby, I was like, no, I wanted to get my take on this because one, I have been to North Texas, and or I'm not sure if it's considered all North because I know how people was in the comments, but I want to say definitely in Texas. I'll say it like that. And from driving trucks, so that's what I say. This is gonna be a story time. So I'm gonna get my story time, and like I said, I'm gonna get my close out. But this is why, like I was saying, nah, like I had to get my take on this. So one time when I was traveling doing trucking, when I tell you trucking was bombed out, like trucking was bombed for me. Like I'm gonna be honest, it was a recently. I want to say maybe like not even 2 years ago, like 2 years ago. Now it's going on 2 years. Excuse me, this year's I remember about 2 years, but like it was last year. Yeah, it's 2 years now. So I had did a summer tour. So you know how the summer is hot, but it's popping, but so much going on. So anyway, I was in Texas. I was passing through. I don't know if I was going down to El Paso or if I was going back towards like the Chicago, because we was working in Northeast region slash the Southeast region. But we never really went to Florida or nothing like that, which is crazy now I think about it. But I had a homegirl. She had took the truck and went all the way to Florida with the piece. So that'll be another vlog I had to add later, like just some fun moments. But nonetheless, I was in Texas and I had stopped for gas. That's what it was. I had stopped for gas that night. Now, mind you, I think I was going to grab something, which I did, and this is what caused the interaction with me and the person. And I was, going to probably just park it for the night. But, nonetheless, I always fuel in trucking, and I'm just going to break it down. In trucking, you learn to do things for like convenience one to you, or when like it's not gonna be busy. Like during the day when all them truckers is there, or you got 4 and 5 in line each. No, especially like you don't know what can occur. Like one town, because sometimes in places they don't have no power, or something is that they're not taking card at that one, so you gotta drive another 30 miles. Hit the gavel in the comment section. You gotta drive another 30, 45 miles to get there. But see, in trucking, hopefully you ain't went that low. Excuse me. Because all the real truckers know you don't go that low on the gas. Uh, like I said, baby, you don't go that low on the gas. And I want to say from, going to like the next little spot, I had, it got some gas. Or that was the reason why I was saying. So let me get it right. So I'm at the gas station now. And I go and get gas. Like I said, it was like before I was about to probably close. It was probably like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. Because it was late. So when I went, I had got gas. I had ordered my food, but I asked the lady, when I order or go to certain places, depending on the vibe or how things is, and I'll get into that later, I'll order, but I'll actually not wait for fresh, or I'll catch the vibe, because people be throwing in. Slash the spirits on the inside of people really be like flaring up. And so sometimes when I just, in my opinion, I don't know, like that's why I said I'm just being honest. In my opinion, I just feel like a lot of times, sometimes you trying to feel like trying to see like, is it the shade? Like, is they throwing shade? Or are they just really like upset? But what are you upset about when you have the opportunity to either get yourself done or do yourself? So that'd be our response in our head. Like, what is you hating on? Like, you could have did yourself so you could be bomb. Or if you feel like you don't do that because you can't wear it and you don't have the confidence, then stay how you are with no respect. Like that's why I said sometimes with reasoning with ignorance, that's just what we're not going to do on this channel. Like I'm just sorry. So nonetheless, like I said, I had got gas, so I went and got my little gas and everything, and then I had went over to, like I said, place my order. Now in trucking, when you want to be courteous, you don't like when you going to get gas at the pump. You'll go and park up. You will go and park up, like after you fuel, you'll go and park up, so you're not just sitting and blocking the fuel. So say if somebody didn't want to pull up behind you, they could get gas, and you could just go back in there and get your food, use the bathroom, do whatever you're gonna. But you just don't be right at the pump. If you know you're gonna be in the bathroom ordering food, like you're gonna be like low key a 15 to 20 minute set, maybe even a 30. But it's like it depends on what you're doing. But some people will, baby, that's some stories, and I ain't even gotta go over it, but. I didn't really see too much, but I've seen a few things. But I've seen people talk about how guys can get rowdy at the pump. But I had an incident where a guy was sitting in front of me, like what I just explained to y'all. Like he pulled up, but he was just sitting there. But when I tell you, he was taking forever to come out, and I'm like, first off, I want to get my gas and roll, probably because I was trying to beat and ride traffic. That's another thing in trucking. You have to like factor traffic depending on how you like to ride. Let's be real, because when you ride, if you don't want to get stuck in 3 or 4 hour traffic, cause it ain't no game. It's about 1:30. You rolling, maybe a high 2 o'clock. Let's just say it real. The traffic about to pick up because school about to get out at 3. All real. So when people be playing at the pump and stuff, like when you stop for gas, if you have to there, or you can be like, okay, cool, I can just go get it later. Once it cool down, like it's about 8, 11, 7 to 8. 7 to 8 is cute, but see, trucking, that's not really late. Like, that's still kind of early. But I'm saying, even if you go, okay, cool, I'm going to go like 9, 10, 10, 11, like that's cool to go and get gas because nobody's going to be there like that to interrupt you. So you can go get your gas, get your food, do whatever you're going to do. But you don't have to worry about like people in the front or waiting at the pump. Because, baby, I'm telling y'all, if you're a real trucker, you didn't travel in certain areas, it ain't as roomy. And then some of the truck stops in certain places be small. So they don't be the big ones all the time. So you can't really maneuver through that like that. And it be jam-packed with parking. Like everybody there shut down for the night. all the parks gone, everything like it's no wiggle room, and then in certain places it get rowdy where people park on the side. They be like in the street, they just make they parking because you can't really park on the street in certain areas like that without like the police or the highway patrol or certain people like they will be at your throat. So you can't. The only way you could do that, and this is just being real, but I mean the person you got to be with the consequences. As long as you clean or you good. But if you're tired or you get sick or you don't feel good, you got to pull over and put your hazards on, or now you just pull over. They'll accept that before you just parked on the side of the road and thought you was gonna get you a little nap. Now, granted, sometime if you stop there at like 1 or midnight, you could probably take a 4 hour nap or a 3 hour nap or just a little 2 hour cat nap you need and get back driving. They probably won't even. But it's for people who in certain areas and they will try it. This is why, like, when it comes to certain areas, it's like getting tight because a lot of people at the rest area, like, but we could talk about the parking. That sounds like that's our own blog. So anyway, I had got my food because I'm gonna lose y'all. So I had got my food. And once I had got my food, it was this guy he had walked past and he was like, "Oh, God will never forgive you," and I was just like, "What?" So when he had said that, I just had looked back and me and the lady had looked at each other because I was just getting my food. And I told him, I was like, and God will never forgive you. And I was like, first off, I don't even know you, demon. Just like that. Bust you right out. So I was like, I don't even know you, demon. I was like, and you, I don't know what you're on, but I was like, just take it elsewhere. You don't have no dealings with me. You don't know me. I don't know you. You're nothing. So I was like, let me just, because my truck is running and my partner is waiting on me. Okay, baby, you don't have to pull the trick. So I was like, no, my partner's outside waiting on me. So I don't have time for whatever you got going on and just rolled out. So I want to say that even though he was a choice color vanilla, hmm trying it in where I was, like I said, North Texas, where I was getting gas, or it wasn't by El Paso, but it was definitely in Texas. Like it was in a okay, in a not so pleasant racist area. Let's just be clear. Now, see, with all those remarks and what you trying to get at, like, no, you don't supposed to seductions like that. Like, I was threw off by the approach. I was just like, oh no. So after that interaction, like I said, I hang on my gas and I had bounce. But I went on a little tangent, but I wanted to relate that to, like I said, the situation that happened with the rapper, Lil G, and like I said, with his 5-year-old daughter. I brought that up to say that in that instance, it's a lot of people out here that are looking to really like take you out. I'm just gonna say it like that. It's a lot of people that is out here to take you out, especially if they feel like you got something. Now it could to the person they could feel like you got cars, you got money, you wear jewelry, you got like you don't know how people are perceiving you or they're seeing you online or whatever. So in their eyes, especially if it's from like your area. That's why I say I haven't done no details, and I should have done a little bit more digging. But like I said, y'all can put it in the comments if y'all like. But I really feel like in the situation, as far as like being at the car wash, to me, I felt like even the guys are, who was involved, or people, whoever was involved, is if you know that somebody got it going on, whether y'all had beef, y'all had words, this, whatever it was, I just feel like nowadays, especially with the men are more quickly to just take you out because they feel like, oh, if I take you out, I ain't gonna deal with you at all. I ain't gonna deal with you like this and me or really making me feel like garbage because they already be feeling like nothing. Hit the gavel. So in that instance, it's just like, dang, like you literally talking about, the suspects. You literally took out the daddy and the daughter. But my thing is, you doing all that. Also, I want to relate this to another situation that's very, very personal, but I'm gonna just say it like this because this is how it just came to me right now how I was feeling. Because I'm looking down at my little notes. If y'all see me looking down, so I really feel like in this instance, like it's a lot of people that feel like that you got something, or they'll figure out you got stuff, and they'll find ways to plot on you to rob you, like, or to take you out. And that instance had occurred to me last year, so I could really relate. You know what I'm saying? Not relate as far as like being off, but I felt like I was off at first because when I had got shot the second time, I was just like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this it for me? So I feel like, even though I know in their instance, like, they have wound up losing their life, him and the daughter, I just felt like in that, like, just hearing that, I was just like, that's crazy. Because in that instance, like how they say he got ran up on, that's what happened to me. I got ran up on. So, I was having mixed feelings. That's why I said, even with the mood today and everything. So I had to do this little video because I was just like, yes, I really was feeling that. Like, I was just like, that is so crazy. Like, how people is really out here running up on you. Like, and even and I want to relate this, and I don't want to put them in, but we just want to keep it real. Even if you go down to ATL, you go to certain little spots, hot spots. Even I heard some places down in Houston, or just certain little places, period. I just feel like people have been on a mission to really get it popping and do people weird. So that's all I'm gonna say on that topic. But I want to move to my closeout, and my closeout is, and I'm gonna come back and do another little video. My closeout on this is that you really, really do have to be careful out here. Like, you don't know what's going on. We don't know what's to come. So all I would say is that you need to beef up on your I want to say protective gear, and or your artillery or whatever you need. You need to make sure that you're equipped, and you also need to be mindful of what you're doing when you're out there in public. Like me, I know I listen to my headphones, but a lot of times, to be honest, when I listen to my headphones, it's so that people think that I got it going on, but I'm really listening and viewing and observing because I'm very aware. Especially after it happened, I was already on point, even when from trucking. So when it happened, I was just like, wow, how I get caught slipping. But what it was is someone had knew me, and they knew like, okay, you had it going on, so they was hating. So that's why I was like, in this situation, especially with this, they was definitely hating to have off him and the daughter because what? That was all. Like, when I tell you that was the ultimate disrespect, that's how I felt like when I had got my stuff like took. I was just like, what? Like, the ultimate disrespect. And like I said, being gunned down like that, thinking that you're gonna be out, like I said, it's something that you can't even really explain to no one who ain't been gunned down like that. Like, where you like, what? So it's just one of those situations. But I want to add my little twist of saying, like I said, I want to know what y'all think in the conversation. Like I said, I hope people really do watch all the way through because that was some realness. But nonetheless, like I said, I'm Jamie LaRoyce, and you just watched a beautiful episode of Virtual-WIT-A-Twist. And like I said, we had to do the topic, and the topic was about just the mood, how I know I was feeling. And then, like I said, we talked about the rapper. Rest in peace to the rapper that was in Fort Worth, Little G, Ronnie, and his 5-year-old daughter. So the one that was killed in the incident in Texas at the car wash. So nonetheless, like I said, this is Virtual with a Twist where we what? Leave you with a kiss. Mwah. See you on the next one, sweetie.